In life, challenges appear like mountains before us, immense and imposing. At every turn, it seems like a new barrier rises, blocking our path and draining our energy. But what if there were a simple key, a secret that allowed us to climb any mountain, no matter how high it seems? Today, we will explore a Zen teaching that can transform the way we face obstacles, showing that the impossible can become possible with a single step. Yumi is a young, vibrant, and talented architect. She has always dreamed of designing buildings that would touch the sky and inspire everyone who sees them. But lately, life has presented her with a series of challenges that seem insurmountable. Projects that are increasingly complex, deadlines that seem inhumane, and a growing sense of failure consume her daily. Yumi feels lost, as if she is on the edge of a precipice, about to fall. The pressure suffocates her, and her passion for architecture begins to fade, giving way to despair and exhaustion. Monk Jean, a martial arts master, is a figure of serenity and discipline. At 50 years old, his presence exudes a deep calm that seems to defy time itself. Of medium height, his body is living proof of years of intense training. With lightly tanned skin and dark brown eyes that reflect a wisdom acquired over decades, Jean presents himself as someone who knows the mountains that Yumi faces. His robe, in shades of orange and brown, flows smoothly with each movement, and the environment in which he is located, a Zen garden, with strategically placed stones and trees that seem to whisper ancient secrets, reflects the harmony he has found on his journey. Yumi, sitting in the garden, confides in Monk Jean. Her voice trembles as she expresses her despair. "I am failing at everything I do. These challenges are enormous. I can't see a way out. How can I overcome something so big?" Monk Jean, with a calm expression, listens to every word. After a brief silence that seems to stretch out in time, he asks softly, "Yumi, what do you see when you look at a tall mountain?" Still confused and with her mind burdened, Yumi answers, "I see something impossible to climb, something too big for me." Monk Jean, with a slight smile, replies, "What if I told you that the mountain is just a collection of steps? That instead of looking at the top, you can focus on the next step, and then the next, until the mountain is conquered?" Monk Jean continues his explanation. "Imagine a huge mountain in front of you. When you try to see the top, you feel small, helpless. But what if, instead of looking at the summit, you focus on the step that is right in front of you? By taking one step at a time, without rushing, without fear, the mountain transforms. It stops being an insurmountable barrier and becomes a series of small challenges, each one within reach of your feet." Yumi leaves the garden with a lighter heart, carrying with her the wisdom that Monk Jean gave her. She understands that her challenges are not insurmountable. They are just a series of small steps, and each one brings her closer to her goal. By simplifying her journey, focusing on the present and each small task, she discovers that the mountain is not as high as it seems. The secret to overcoming any obstacle is not in conquering the whole mountain at once, but in taking one step at a time, until, before you know it, you reach the top.